Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Miss Jamie. How are you? Oh,
Hello. My tech it kept kicking, the StreamYard kept kicking me out, but I'm finally in.
isn't that crazy? Yeah, we had a little bit of technical difficulty. So, welcome, everyone. We have Mariah Webb here. Welcome. And Mochi Plays over on YouTube. Let me see who we have on Facebook. Facebook, I have a hard time getting comments sometimes. But welcome, everybody. It is a Tuesday. It has been it seems like it's already been a week already. I can't see my comments on Facebook. I'm not sure why. So if you're ever on Facebook, welcome, welcome, welcome. Jamie is doing spirit-led readings tonight. That means that they tune in, and whatever spirit comes through, they start explaining to you and sharing with you. And we just ask that if something matches and stuff, you just help them with the validations. Okay. And we have a small crowd tonight, but that's okay. I'm still trying to check over on Facebook, see if I can't get
We were starting a little bit earlier because, and that tonight, but so it may grow as we get closer to the typical time.
Right. I'm not sure what's going on with my Facebook. I cannot see. Over on Facebook? They say, hey, see, I can see here. It's over in the mediums group. If you happen to be in the mediums group, if you could just comment so that I make sure I see everybody. I found it, but it's very delayed, but that's okay. So yeah, we're a little early, but that's okay. Who's here is meant to be here, and I'm sure the messages will come through just as beautifully and eloquently. So.
And we can also start with a meditation tonight. That will give some time for people to get joining to dispel some of that crazy energy that has been today.
Yes.
And throughout this week, as few days as we've already entered into. So.
Yeah, it has been crazy. I've been missing you always did that tree meditation, and you haven't done that in a while, and I've been missing that, honestly. So I will let you do your thing. If you need me, holler, and I will let you know when I can see comments on Facebook.
Okay. The tree meditation is actually a very good one to work with, and I think would be perfect for tonight. Place your feet upon the floor. Think of yourself as a tree. We're going to think of our feet as the roots. And just as the roots suck the energy, the nutrients up from the ground, the water and the minerals and the chlorophyll that it needs, the things that it needs to nurture and help the tree to grow. Draw that energy of Earth, from Earth Mother, up through our feet and through our ankles, drawing it on up through the calves and the shins and the knees, allowing it to rise further up into the legs and thigh area. Calmly breathing in and out as we do so to allow that energy to just fill us fully. Allowing it to rise up through our hips and into our trunk, our torso. Just as it does in the tree's trunk. Allow it to rise up through that chest region and into our branches. The arm branches. Let me put this back there so you can see. The arms like branches and our head, allowing all that energy to come on up. I like to let my arm branches sway a little bit, like the palm tree and the weeping willow. They're two of the strongest and most resistant to breaking when the wind is blowing, because they bend with it and allow the wind to guide them instead of fighting the wind like the oak might do. And once we have all that energy up into our hands, that leaf region of our branches, and our heads, we make a ball of energy with it. Feel that energy concentrated there. Then we put it into our middle, our center. And we allow it, as it goes into our center, to become a self-perpetuating fountain of energy, a place of peace and tranquility, right in our center, in our core, that we can come back to when life is becoming overwhelming. I have many people who use it when they're in a store because they have issues with crowds. So those type of things, you can get in that center spot, tap back into that to bring your peace back, that gentle flow of energy that helps to sustain you. Then we raise our arms up over our heads, palms facing out. We imagine on both our right and our left, wall of blocks like a child might build. Those are all the negative things, all the frustrations, what have you, the things that are complicating your life. And as we do it, we breathe in the positive. We exhale the negative as we knock some of them down. Breathe in the positive. Exhale the negative. Knock some more down. And the third cycle of breathe in the positive and exhale the negative. Knock the rest of them down. I like to do a little bump out afterwards. All right, blow away, like just sweeping off all the, like erasings of a pencil or all the debris. Then I take my palms. We take our palms upward, and we do a pre-breath. So we're breathing in the positive thing, a positive pre-breath first, so that our cycles start on the negative and build to the positive. So that's a positive ending. We imagine ourselves building a bioluminescent shield around us. So here's our pre-breath. Exhale the negative. Inhale the positive. Exhale the negative. Inhale the positive. Exhale the negative. Inhale the positive. By this time, our hands should reach together, and we form a bubble shield on us and define our space. In this space, nothing can harm us. You're safe. You're loved. And it is in this space that we welcome all those who wish to come and visit with us today. It is a nice, peaceful place. It's very helpful when you're having, when you're having a lot, when you've been through a lot of stress, to just tap into this meditation and allow it to rebuild those energies that you need at the time. I hope that you all found this meditation to be helpful. We have some new people with us tonight. And I hope for more people to join in.
Yes, we have Kelly O'Brien's here and Carl Hees and Melissa Pritchard. And then over on Facebook, I can see everybody's comments now. Carol Jump, that's actually my aunt. Lisa Bean, Ashley Ann, Joe Beth, welcome, welcome, and Jasmine Walker. Welcome, everyone. Isn't that a beautiful meditation? Let me get the banner off your face. I'm so sorry, honey. I absolutely I needed that tonight. Definitely needed that. So welcome, everyone. Why don't you tell them what you do again for some of the newbies, and then.
Okay. I'm Jamie Brown. I read under the name Jamie Angel. I do a variety of reading types, including mediumship, card readings, and rune readings, as well as fabriomancy, which is a unique specialty that I have designed. When I do readings, sometimes it's a case of just whomever is brought to me and I am guided. Sometimes there's something specific that I'll see or that I'll connect with. I don't always get names, but if I do, I definitely pay attention to that. So right now, one of the things that I had happen is my spouse brought me a cow tail. I don't know how many of you know what those are. They're like caramel outside with a white center. And all of a sudden, I heard a child, and mind you, I am deaf, so when I hear things and that, I definitely know it's spirit realm type of thing, and it's usually very interesting because it really catches my attention since I'm not used to much auditory input. But this child, I perceive it as a boy, but it could be either. Going, cowtails, moo. So I don't know if that resonates with anybody, but I feel like there's a little boy, like I say, possibly a little girl, but it feels like a little boy vibe. That really had liked those, and that was really fun to moo when eating those. So they're the first person that caught my attention tonight. I'll allow a few moments for anybody who wishes to comment to do so. I seem to see this child in like red shorts and a blue t-shirt. Which is kind of interesting because for some reason I usually associate red more as a top color and blue as a bottom color, so that also caught my attention. So if Jasmine Walker said it's the first time here, welcome. The sense I'm getting from this child, I feel like there was some sort of an impact, like a accident, possibly, with this child, um, or a fall. Where I'm feeling a lot of energy with this particular child is in the head area. Possibly had some sort of a head injury. Possible that it was was something more like a physical ailment that was in that area, but that's very I really seem to sense with this child. Are we getting any responses yet on Facebook? I know there's a bit of a lag.
No, I haven't seen anything. And I just want to tell Carl, just lean in and listen. And if any messages for you or for Chris Duty come through, Eve is really good. Chris just saw that you bring messages to those that connect. So yeah, whatever spirit they connect to will come through. Like this little boy's coming through, and his loved one's here somewhere. So just think and open your heart up and see if it's not an immediate family, it could be someone in the community or a child that you've honestly thought of, prayed about, or something, something in the community. So just keep listening. Just keep going because I can feel him. Definitely. Yeah, he's a very strong presence. So
Yes.
just keep going. But yeah, I haven't seen anything. When I do, I usually pop it up. Sometimes it does take.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it sometimes has a little bit of a delay in the
yeah, you got it, Chris.
commenting and stuff.
Right. And welcome, Nikki. Nikki Hussey's over on Facebook too. So just relax, everyone, and just breathe in, and
For now,
they'll
I
come
will ask
through.
the child to just step aside and wait. We trust that their loved one will connect at some point. I would say, from what I'm feeling with Carl, I'm kind of picking up on an older lady. Her hair seems to be white, not gray. And she seems to smell like rose water to me, kind of like my own one grandmother did. I don't know if that resonates with you at all or not. She seems to have a pleasant demeanor. Um, I wouldn't say, bubbly per se. I would say kind of typical of the older generations where they're, a little bit more serene, maybe a little bit austere, and that um, I seem to see laundry on the line. Yeah, I'd say serious and that like not grumpy, but just not necessarily, someone that's overly laughing and things like that. Like a bit more of a serious demeanor overall.
The
One of those
serious demeanor was at the exact same time.
One of those people that also seem to show their love more by doing things like sewing and cooking, those type of things, rather than necessarily verbally as much. It could be. What my sense is that they want you to know that you can get through this time. Are you trying to get a new job in the process of all the things that you're dealing with? Because it seems like there's a opportunity opening up. I would expect an interview or a callback from an interview within the next week. Okay, trying to get paid for a new job. It feels like I'm being told that within the next week to week and a half, there will be a shift in the situation, then you will get what you need. Is there a blue house involved in your situation at all? I just saw a house that was blue. Also, I'm just contractual. I've met the client and it's a down payment that's delayed. I expect it to next week. Blue house. Yeah, I was just got a image of a blue house, and I don't know if that resonates with you on anything or not. I didn't know if it's possibly a place you do live, or a place that you're looking to move to, or possibly a place that you would be working at or something. But this blue house type, okay, a blue gate, okay. That makes sense. I get the sense that you've had some clouds. Oh, it's an old house and I'm being evicted. I get the sense you've had some signs from your loved ones in the clouds, possibly at the times that you've needed it most. It's an old house. It's being evicted. Has till the 19th to pay. The provisions you need are coming. And you can get through this. I don't know why, but I'm suddenly hearing this song Twist and Shout. So I don't know if that's something that you associate with a specific person or not, but that's really, really strongly playing in my head right now. That's all I'm worried about for me and my 10 cats to have a roof. What I would take from that song is to when I take that song in a literal sense, in that you even if you're having a bit of a shakeup in a situation, sometimes moving with it and allowing it to just work itself out is part of it. Yeah, doing a happy dance makes sense too on that. So it could relate to, letting it just work itself out and then celebrating the positive things that do come. It's also possible that there are other people piggybacking in. I see Mariah Webb had said, "My Nana." So, and I send blessings to you, Carl, for your situation. That yes, all that you need is provided to both you and your lovely feline family. Mariah Webb said her Nana used to play that song while cleaning. It's a great one to clean too because that whole movement is very perfect for dusting and vacuuming and things like that. And Chris Duty said, "Oh my God, my husband and very young daughter were dancing to Twist and Shout, and always reminds me of that wonderful moment when I hear it." Many times, those who have crossed over tend to like to get together and party on things that they have in common. It seems at times. So, yes. Carl said, "Thank you for this. It's 7 a.m. here and I haven't slept yet. May you have peaceful dreams." Said, "Thank you so much, ladies. Good night." Yeah. I'm getting a bit of light flickers. Like somebody's really been getting a lot of energy action with like their lights flashing and specific electrostatic type of signs. I think the person who's been doing it is either late teen or young adult individual. Seems to be a male person, but I could be incorrect on that. That's one of those things. Melissa Pinnell Pritchard. We do. We swear it's our son. Yes. I believe you're correct. Is it near to the time of their birthday or of his birthday or his departure, Melissa? And Zoe Littlewood said that their lights have been flickering a lot. And Nikki Marie Hussey says that the lights have been flickering a lot. Drives her crazy. That's often the ways our loved ones connect. He passed it May 20th of 2023. I had the sense that it was around this point in time that there was a connection with, that it was why he was trying to get through to you. And Nikki said that her birthday was the 22nd of May. So that would explain a lot of the activity at this point in time, because loved ones tend to want to help us at those times that we need to be strengthened the most. And it's often hardest when we're either right around a passing point or around a time of celebration and the person isn't here right then. And Zoe Littlewood said, I thought maybe my Nan, as it's my Nan's lamp, and she passed 18th of May. Yes, that sounds very much accurate as to the connections there. So when you experience this, feel free to greet your loved ones and thank them for saying hi, and share with them whatever you'd like to share about what you're doing, how much you miss them, what you think they'd be doing if they were here right now. They love to be able to communicate with you as much as they can and to brighten your days as much as possible. Melissa says, I do every time. I'm hearing, don't worry, Mom, I'm okay. And you will be okay. Sometimes it's hard to imagine what okay can evolve into when we're feeling like it's overwhelming and too much. She says, I talk to him and my sis all the time. I'm seeing a doll baby. I'm not sure what connects. Melissa said, it's so hard when you miss someone so much. Yes, and that's why they may say that you will be okay, but sometimes you can't imagine ever being fully okay, and it's okay to not be okay at times. But it's also something that, as healing takes place, we find a new normal that, yes, we miss them, but we also feel their presence in different ways. And so at those times, we learn to connect in different ways. And so it helps to ease some of that pain and suffering, because as you learn to connect with them, it feels like there's less of a distance. And sometimes it can feel like, oh, I talk to them all the time. I just can't see them. And maybe at times you'll even catch a glimpse and have that happen. And so it can be a thing that can help to heal. Sometimes catching those glimpses can be a little bit challenging too, because sometimes it's like, yeah, I caught a glimpse, but then it disappeared and whatnot. And so that can get a little overwhelming if you do have some giftings in mediumship. But recognizing that, number one, you're not crazy. And number two, that we are gifted those moments to connect with the other side, even if we cannot fully be on the other side with them, which sometimes it may feel like you'd rather have happen, but you're here still for a reason. And you can be the continuation of their lives by sharing their memories and doing things in their honor while you are here. And Zoe Littlewood said, it's so hard when you can't physically see them. Yes, it can be. And when they do send signs, it can be one of those things where you appreciate the signs, but often also feel like, I'd like to have it happen all the time, every day, constantly, so that I know that you're always with me. But then it's like these signs are overwhelming too. And so, sometimes we do need to have that time of just sitting with it and recognizing that, okay, this doesn't feel good to me per se, but I'm able to still connect in my own way. And that remembering that love transcends boundaries of space and time. Melissa said, it's touch that I miss the most. I love to squish his face, especially when he shaved, because he hated shaving. And he would try to wiggle away, saying, Mom! Oh, yes. Those mom moments can be something. I'm seeing a little doll. Kind of reminds me of Raggedy Ann. I'm not sure if it is Raggedy Ann per se, because it's face down on in like a playpen or crib. But I picked up that as well, and I don't know if it resonates with anyone. The blanket in said crib is a yellow one. Chris Duty said, I always ask my husband to give me a sign, and I ask him to help, and he always does. If anybody resonates with the rag doll, let me know. I believe that maybe a little girl. My sense is that child may have been born with some severe health issues. And if my sense is correct, she may have only lived till about the age of 3. My aunt made me a Raggedy Ann doll, which I still have. Okay. That was Chris Doobie. She may be trying to connect. I do seem to see one that seems to be connected with a child that would be about the age of 3, I think, when they departed. The word hydrocephalic comes to mind. So it may be a child who had hydrocephaly or other health issues that would have that would have included possible brain injury or um, issues with fluid either on the brain or in the spinal column. I don't know if that resonates with anybody. The little girl I'm seeing has a beautiful smile. While we're waiting for any feedback on the child that I was picking up on, I'm going to actually draw a card and see what I get from my cards for you. Shadrach, Janice said, applied for a job. Will you be able to know if they will hire me? Okay, this is the death card. Now that card can mean new beginnings or an ending. It could be the end of the poverty. It could be a new beginning. I would interpret that may not be the job for you. So I would recommend possibly applying a couple different additional places based on that. I'm going to see if I can gain elaboration. The card I got now is Melody. Was the job you were applying for or any you've been considering related to healthcare? Waiting to see what Shadrach Janice McGanny says. What I'm seeing, as I'm seeing the word malady, I would say that there's something in, I would interpret it as something in the healthcare field being a place that will bring you what you need. And do you by chance have an elderly man with gray hair? He's kind of short, um, has a mustache that would be a support figure for you, like a father or grandfather or an uncle, because I'm hearing that you can do this. So applied as a driver. Okay. Do you have to take a physical for the position? Because that would be the other thing that a malady could be interpreted as. or if it's a driver position, if you're doing driving for a place that is connected with healthcare, it seems like is what I'm seeing as a avenue, like a health courier or something of that nature may be something for you to look towards if the job that you applied for does not happen. But this elder man that I'm seeing seems like he's working to help you and definitely believes in you. The one thing I'm also picking up on now is another person. I'm not sure how this resonates with anyone, but I'm picking up on a lady, I would say probably that 20 to 30 something age bracket of adult female. And I get the sense that she hasn't been gone a real long time. And I'm just, what I'm hearing from her is I'm still here with you. And she's wearing something that's a little bit interesting. She's wearing skirts like you might see at a like a 50s dance type of thing, like a poodle skirt type of thing. But I'm also seeing her in other um, dance attire and that. So she may have been someone who liked to go out dancing, various types of dancing, and maybe even did it on a regular basis. Um, enjoyed going out dancing. Um, and I get the sense that whomever she danced with is the person that she's trying to send this message to. I also get the sense she may have had one or two children, maybe more, but seem to see littles. Just let us know if it resonates.
Over on Facebook, we have, first up, there's somebody, they're mentioning the guy with the mustache. That would be Linda. And she was also in healthcare. Okay. Linda Whiteley. Hold on just a moment. Because like it kind of went. No, we're not going to roll back that. And then everybody was asked, yeah, here, I'll just put her, about the cards and stuff. They're just doing spirit led. Okay, so, but they just pulled a card for confirmation for the one person. Because sometimes it's either a card or like you will use it. We all do different techniques, but sometimes we use pendulums or a card to confirm our answer, to get a clearer answer if we don't know. So this was Linda who was talking about the gentleman with the mustache, and they're in healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
And
was Linda in the process of changing jobs in the healthcare fields?
She's on Facebook, so give her just a moment. Mm-hmm. And then Maribel Soto, I just want to say I see you. And they said that they requested to join. And if anything would come through with for them, Maribel Soto. But I'm waiting for Miss Linda. There we go. Yes. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. You have to copy and paste, so it takes me a minute. Sometimes I'm really fast, and other times my little fibro fingers don't work that quick. Okay. Linda said she has also applied for more hours in a healthcare position.
I believe that you will get those.
Yeah.
I'm also hearing be sure to take time for self-care, though. And that older gentleman seems to be emphasizing that it's important that you take care of yourself so that you can be your best. So if you're a person who tends to put other people's needs ahead of your own to the point that it becomes unhealthy, then definitely pay attention to what he's saying so that you don't end up exhausting yourself and needing time off. I hope that resonates with you. Maribel Soto, hey, please, anything for me? Maribel, I'm getting something that I think may be a pet connection. So as soon as I saw you, I seemed to see a cat. It's what I call tiger stripe. You know, it's that black and gray type of coloration. I don't know if that resonates with you at all, but I seem to be seeing a beautiful feline. Seem to see it like tend to rub up against the leg, circle around, and keep doing that patterning. Almost like what I'm seeing is almost like figure eights around the legs. So if you had a cat that did that, it definitely is there with you still and connected with you. It may be yours, it may be one of a loved one's. Okay. It like I say, it could also be related to a loved one of yours that had such a cat. Uh, Linda Whitley said, I had a cat that passed. He was very special. Would that description fit your cat the way the coloration and the interesting behaviors this cat seemed to have? Charlene Zemansky said, I had a cat with that description. I don't know if it's mine coming through or the other person's. It's possible that they're piggybacking as well. Heather Schaefer said, I had an outside cat and she went missing last year, and I had a dream about her the day after, and I have not seen her since. Was she one to kind of do that cuddly thing of doing that weird figure eight cuddle thing? Heather? Because cats are not always real cuddly. They tend to sometimes be more aloof, but this one is like rubbing itself through one leg and then the other type of thing. And it's like that. It's very fascinating. As soon as I had the dream about her, I had a feeling something happened. Charlene Zemansky said Kiki did that. Okay. And again, many times we have spirits that piggyback with each other and stuff. So that it's not uncommon to have several that have similar characteristics, all being like, hi, I'm popping through. So. Heather said, yes, only with certain people. And she would literally walk with us up to the carryout and wait for us and walk us back. She was more connected to the spirit side than the earthly plane already when you were connecting with her. Is what I'm hearing.
How are we doing?
Okay. We can go till 7:45. Should be fine. So I know some people only tuned in late, so.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now wait a minute. Maribel Soto, I think, was late.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to put your comments up here while I'm on here. So give me just a second. Okay, because there's like 3.
Okay.
And we had somebody that opened the show. Her son passed in 2020. And then, hold on. I'm so sorry, Maribel. Bear with me. As I'm highlighting, people are commenting, so it's moving. But there was a young man that came through very first thing. And look at this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The very first one that
boy.
came through. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just went full circle. That's why we had to stay.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly why we're here. We're still here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to renew myself.
I had earlier on seen a little boy with red shirt and blue shorts. And I was hearing my spouse as soon as my spouse had given me a thing, it's called a cowtail, one of these, I heard like a child voice go, cowtail, moo, and just be imitating a cow type of thing. And yeah, and it was just, like a kid just enjoying themselves in a moment of delight. And it really caught my attention because, as I had mentioned before, I'm deaf, so when I hear things that are auditory, it really piques my attention. Now, I had picked up later on energy of a child about 3 that had some sort of, and I think with the child that I picked up in the beginning, I was feeling that energy of like something with the head. Did your son have some sort of either a brain injury or some health issues that would have affected the head area? Um, like either an impact, like a fall or a accident type thing, or like later I had a flash of something that seemed like hydrocephalitis or um, other types of things that would have fluid in brain or spinal type of thing. And I'm wondering if those were all connected aspects of the same individual. But what I'm getting is that your son knows how much you love him and that he's playing happily now. No pain, and he is with you. Does he have a sibling? Because I seem to see like a kid who's peeking in at times and playing peekaboo type of thing. And that like playing with a sibling. And I don't know if it's a memory type of thing or if he's kind of popping in and checking on someone. Are we getting any? Nothing with the head? Okay. Okay. I'm not sure why I was feeling the energy or pressure at the head point then, but I do feel that he definitely is content and yes, I believe he checks in on sister. Yes.
Hang on, we do have. I knew they'd be here, so we got a piggybacker. So there's your Maribel's son does have 3 sisters, so yeah, that's definitely him. And then we also have and he did have. Look at this. Okay, so we got 2 little boys here. Hold on. And
Okay.
Maribel's son did have. Look at this. What he came through with, his red Spider-Man shirt with his blue jeans.
Okay.
Good job, little man. Okay, and then Kathy. I'm so sorry for all of you, honeys. I'm like, oh, especially so young, and they're so sweet. It's kind of cool being a medium because I get to like I can observe, but I don't. It's kind of neat. So see, Kathy.
Baranowski, my grandson had a brain injury with cerebral edema.
Oh. So I bet you they're hanging.
Yep, I believe you're correct. And that little guy, he's happy and healthy now. I seem to see him. I don't know if he was one of those very active children or not, but the his energy is like he's literally like flying all over the place, going, "I can zoom!" And then happily enjoying life unconfined from a body that might keep you in a slower speed, and that, but being able to just fly freely wherever he pleases and pop in and say hi when he chooses. I seem to see a bouquet of dandelion, clover, and violet together. So I don't know if that resonates with you or not, but when I see those, that always tears me up because it brings me back to when my stepdaughter was a kid and would make bouquets. She's an adult now. But when I see that, I also recognize that as an act of love and also memory building things, because many times we first learn to do that when we're with others that we love, that teach us. So, did your grandson by chance have a yellow blanket? My grandson wasn't a little boy, he was 27. Okay. Well, I'm still getting that energy of the zooms, which many times I've seen that sometimes when spirits are disembodied, they tend to feel so much freer that they do tend to just be as fully in the moment as if they were kids still. And if that, and also if their childhood was their favorite time, then that also sometimes happens where memory aspects come through as well. But it's also possible that some of that was him coming through and some was piggybacking as well, because we've been having a lot of piggybacking happening, it seems, past few weeks.
I also seriously feel that's his grandma. He's
Mhm.
he's gonna come through as the grandma as a little bit like seriously, because I'm a grandma. Like I totally feel that with her. Like, that's how he just chose to come through right there because
Mhm.
that's her baby. I'm so sorry for your loss, Kathy. Good job, Jamie. Absolutely beautiful. I love that everybody matched up. We do have some that joined late, but we're getting ready to sign off. Faison and Sarah Barr and Beamy, welcome. You'll have to come join us another night. Jamie's just about done. It's a lot of energy for Jamie to do this. They live with a lot of disabilities and things like that. So it does require a lot of energy for them to do this channeling and these readings. And if you did get a reading tonight, we would really appreciate it if you would leave a review for them. Just as an energetic exchange. It's a nice way to say thank you. And also, here's their website. And if you book an hour and use code SPRING25 up until June 20th, I believe this is good for, you'll save $22 also. And that's for the hour session. And I highly recommend Jamie, myself, for like pet things and stuff too. They're awesome at that, at connecting and helping. As you saw, all the cats that came through too. Like, I just absolutely love their connections with the animals. It really has helped me a lot. I hope you could hear me. I had my thing up. Mariah said, why don't you hop on when I do a lot of things like that? So just keep coming back, sweetheart, for the free mini readings. If not, I'd highly suggest booking a reading to answer questions like that. If you have questions of things that were unsolved or missing and things like that, a reading is absolutely perfect for that. Okay. Jamie does some of that too. I know they're really good at seeing like details and fabric. They do some really cool stuff with their fabromancy. How do you pronounce it? It's really cool though. Yeah, it's really, really, really neat. So if you would like a reading, and this was just a sample, okay? So if you'd like one, go to psychicinsights.life. Know that we will never, ever, ever message you first. If somebody messages you saying that something is attached or they got a dire message for you from a loved one, it's a scam. It's not us. We will only do our bookings through Psychic Insights. No PayPal, nothing like that. Let me double check. And you just go right, Maria Webb was asking how to book one, right to psychicinsights.life / Jamie Angel. And that's where you can find them. And Spring 25 gives you $22 off an hour session. Okay. So how are we? Are we good? I know you have an appointment shortly. So thank you everyone for coming. I'm going to hop over on Facebook real quick.
I do believe I have some time slots available for tomorrow. If anybody is looking to get a paid reading. So
wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you everyone for coming. And if you came in at the end, don't worry about it. We have mini free readings all week, and Jamie does once a week. Everybody, like there's other mediums too during the week, but Jamie also does once a week too. So just join us back and just check in on the events, or if you see us pop up, just join in. Thank you so much everyone for joining us. Thank you so much for your time, Jamie.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good night, sweetheart. You're welcome. Good night.